Flakes in your hair does not always mean dandruff. And if you're treating it wrong, you could actually be making your scalp worse. Let's fix that today. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Daniela. If you're new here, I create hair content that helps you grow and care for your natural hair the right way. Today, we're going to be talking about the difference between dandruff and healthy scalp and how to maintain a healthy and clean scalp. Scalp care is the foundation of healthy hair. Think of your scalp as the soil for your hair, just as plants rely on rich, nourished soil to thrive. Your hair depends on your healthy scalp. Like plants needs hydration, the right environment, and consistent care, your scalp requires proper attention to support hair growth. So we know that healthy hair and hair growth starts with a healthy, clean scalp. But what does a healthy, clean scalp look like? So a healthy scalp is clean, but it's not stripped. It is slightly moisturized, but it's not dry or greasy. It is free from itchiness, redness, irritation, and there's minimal to no visible flakes. The scalp naturally produces oil, which is normal, but we don't want it to be bone dry or excessive. We want a balance. Now, I made a video about scalp conditions that affect hair growth. Let's talk about dandruff because everyone experiences dandruff. Dandruff is actually a condition where your scalp sheds excess skin cells, and this is often linked with something called seborrheic dermatitis. Signs of dandruff usually include white or yellow flakes, itchy scalp, oily or greasy patches, and sometimes redness and irritation, which is not something that is fun. So if your scalp is flaky and itchy, especially with oiliness, then you're likely to be dealing with dandruff, not just dryness. This is where a lot of people get it wrong. There's a difference between dry scalp and dandruff. So dry scalp is small, dry white flakes. Scalp feels tight and dry. Your scalp is not usually itchy or inflamed, and dry scalp is usually caused by a lack of moisture. Whereas dandruff, it has larger flakes, usually yellowish. Your scalp is itchy, your scalp is oily and inflamed, and dandruff is caused by a yeast overgrowth and excess oil. So if you're using oils thinking it's dry scalp, but it's actually dandruff, you could be feeding the problem. You're feeding the yeast to grow. Right, let's talk about the common mistakes that people make. These are 4 common mistakes, and I'm sure you've probably made this mistake. Number 1, over oiling your scalp. Your scalp needs balance. It shouldn't be too dry and it shouldn't be too greasy. It needs a balance. So over oiling when your scalp is dry, not recommended because those oils seal in moisture. Supposed to seal in moisture. So if your scalp is dry and you just keep adding oil, you're sealing in dryness. If your scalp is itchy and you're adding oil, you're just feeding that yeast to grow, causing more itchiness. Number 2, not washing your hair enough. So if you're skipping wash days, you're just letting that buildup sit in your hair. You're not getting rid of all the dirt, excess oils. Number 3, using heavy products that build up and letting that buildup sit in for too long. Again, this links into number 2. You're adding heavy products and creams, but you're not also getting rid of it. And number 4, when you treat your dandruff like dryness and you ignore the itchiness, that is not allowed. Remember that your scalp is skin and you have to treat it like skincare, not just hair care. It's like a soil. You need the right condition for your hair to thrive. Now, let's talk about how to maintain a healthy, clean scalp. Okay, first one, most important one, the obvious one, cleanse your scalp regularly. Do not skip wash days. Your scalp needs to be washed. Product buildup, sweat, and oils can clog your scalp. Think of it as not washing your face for, I don't know, a week. Your pores are going to be clogged with dirt. So same as your scalp needs that same tender love and care. When you keep your scalp clean by washing it regularly, it nourishes your hair and allows moisture and good treatment to help your scalp thrive, and also prevents breakage because the scalp is the foundation for healthy long hair. So if your scalp is not clean, forget about length retention. Like this, you need to care for your scalp. Aim to wash your hair every 1 to 2 weeks, depending on your lifestyle. I wash my hair every week. I do not go longer than 2 weeks though. And I used to deal with really itchy hair where I had to wash it before the weekend because it was just so itchy. But after I started washing it regularly and also incorporated a healthy lifestyle, I've been able to wash my hair every week. Also, I aim for every 1 to 2 weeks. And if you want to use a lot of heavy creams and products, not leave it longer than 2 weeks. If you have a protective style, still wash your hair. Health comes first. Protective hairstyle, the main goal is to protect your natural hair. Yes, you want the freshness of your braids or your twist to stay in longer, but you can't forget about your natural hair and your scalp. Your protective style is not just about the styling, it's about whether it's protecting it. And just because you have a protective style in doesn't mean that you shouldn't wash your hair. Wash your hair in braids, wash your hair in twists. If you're wearing wigs, take off that wig and wash your cornrows. There is no excuse. If you want your hair to grow, wash your hair. If you don't want your hair to grow, do whatever you want. If you like, don't wash your hair for 6 months. There's other ways to keep your scalp clean. You don't always have to enter the shower and wash it. It's the best method, but if you're trying to preserve the freshness of it, there's other ways to clean your scalp. Also, if you do exercise every day, if you go to the gym every day, if you do strenuous work that makes you sweat, don't forget it's not just your body that is sweating, it's not just your face, also your scalp is sweating. So make sure you wash it. Don't leave it in for too long because you don't want it to lead to other scalp conditions such as seborrheic dermatitis or folliculitis. Wash your hair so you can prevent a problem that you do not want. I will put a list or some pictures of shampoos that I recommend. This one, I'm currently using it. It's honestly my favorite, and I could go 2 weeks without washing my hair because it just keeps my hair super squeaky clean. But I also have to go in with a moisturizing shampoo like this Secret shampoo, and I'll probably list other shampoos that I promote. I use a gentle moisturizing shampoo every wash day. Some people co-wash, but I've never co-washed, and co-wash means skipping out shampoo. I don't think I agree with co-washing actually, because the purpose of shampoo is that it opens up your cuticles, it removes the dirt or the grime that's been sitting on your hair, it gives your hair a fresh start. So when the shampoo does its work and opens your cuticles, then you can use a conditioner because your cuticles are open, so the conditioner can go into your hair cuticles and moisturize it and do its job and do all its magic. Shampoo is so important in terms of if you want to have a good cleanse of your hair, and there's obviously different types of shampoos, and I will get into that. When you use shampoo, make sure you rinse thoroughly. Don't leave it in your hair. Make sure you rinse every inch, every strand is free of shampoo before you condition your hair. You can opt in for moisturizing shampoos which gently cleanses the hair without leaving it feeling stripped or too dry. Number 2, focus on your scalp when washing your hair. I usually shampoo my hair twice to make sure I have a good clean. Before you add shampoo, wet your hair properly. Make sure your hair is drenched. And when you add the shampoo, focus a lot on your scalp. It's so important to also wash your strands of your hair, but focus on your scalp because that is where all the buildup is. So don't rub your hair, clean your scalp as well. That is so important. Use your fingertips, not your nails. Use the pads of your fingertips. Always section your hair. I section mine in 4 and I shampoo it. Rub your scalp with your fingertips. Really get in there. You can also use an exfoliating scrub, which helps. Sometimes I use it, but I feel as if my fingers are the best because they can be rough. It depends on the one you have. If you get really pointy ones, it's not really great for your scalp because you're stressing your scalp and that can cause irritation. So the pads of your fingertips do the job well. You can get an exfoliating scrub and use that to gently massage your hair and lift away any impurities. And that as well, you're kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone because you're also promoting better blood circulation and a healthier scalp environment. Do 2 rounds of shampoo, especially if your hair is very dirty. Let it sit for like a minute or 2. And then I rinse and then repeat the same process, and you notice when you add shampoo the second time your hair lathers more because all that grime has been lifted out. Wash every part of your hair, but most importantly your scalp. Exfoliating your scalp regularly is essential for removing those dead skin cells and product buildup, which can clog your hair follicles and hinder hair growth. You can also incorporate products like micro exfoliants, so such as glycolic acid, lactic acid and salicylic acid, because those provide a deeper cleanse. Those acids help to gently dissolve any excess oils and dead skin cells and prevent buildup that can lead to dandruff and other scalp issues. Regular scalp exfoliation ensures that your hair follicles remain clear and functional, and also supports the most important thing, hair growth and scalp health. Number 3, clarify your hair when needed. I clarify my hair once a month or before and after a protective style. So I usually carry a protective style for 2 months. I make sure to clarify my hair before having the protective style and after I've taken down the protective style. So if your hair feels coated, itchy or heavy, it's time to clarify. If your products aren't working the way that they used to be, you need to clarify that hair. You need to get rid of all those dirt that has been sitting in your hair strands. You can clarify your hair by using a clarifying shampoo, or you can also use a hair scalp detox. For example, the Acetac Secret Indian Healing Clay, the bentonite clay, which is a popular deep cleansing hair mask that removes product buildup, toxins, impurities. And also, whenever I've done it, it also makes my curls pop a lot more. You can do that with apple cider vinegar. Add it from your roots to the ends or leave it in for some time. It revitalizes curls, increases shine, and improves your scalp health. So there's different ways to clarify your hair, and these are what I use to clarify my hair. The difference between a clarifying shampoo and a regular shampoo is that it removes buildup that regular shampoos might miss. It's a deeper cleanse, and it can often feel stripping because again it's a deeper cleanse. But after I use a clarifying shampoo, I usually go in with a moisturizing shampoo and then deep condition my hair straight after. So it's a very good treatment. It gives your hair a super clean slate to start again. Make sure to use the right shampoo at the right time. So remember, regular shampoo is your everyday shampoo. It's your everyday cleanser. Think of it as the weekly maintenance wash, and the regular shampoo, its job is to cleanse dirt, sweat, light oil, remove some product buildup, keep your hair balanced, and your hair should feel gentle. Your hair shouldn't feel like it's stripped. And regular shampoos are often moisturizing and hydrating. So you should use these shampoos on most of your wash days. Whereas your clarifying shampoo is a deep reset. This is like a detox for your scalp and your hair. It removes heavy product buildup, so like gels, oils, butters. Deep cleans your scalp, and your hair should feel like it's been cleansed strongly, like squeaky clean. Hair might also feel slightly dried. If you overuse it, if you use a clarifying shampoo every week, your moisture regimen should be a 10 out of 10. Don't use clarifying shampoo every week unless you're just always putting a lot of heavy butters and gels in your hair and regular shampoos aren't doing the job. Just think of it. The regular shampoo is for maintenance and your clarifying shampoo is for reset. You need a clarifying shampoo if your hair feels coated or heavy, if it isn't absorbing any moisture or even any products, if your hair still feels dirty after washing it, and if you have very itchy scalp from the buildup. People either never clarify, which leads to buildup overload, or they clarify too much, which leads to brittle hair, which means we need a protein treatment. So balance is so important. After you use a clarifying shampoo or even use a regular shampoo, make sure you use a moisturizing conditioner or a deep conditioner, because you've just stripped off everything from your hair and you need to replace your hair with hydration. So that would be the next part. Now, if you're here for hair growth, you can't do all that cleansing and forget about moisturizing. Don't strip your hair and then forget to replace back the hydration. This is why deep conditioning and conditioning your hair is so important. Do not ever skip conditioning your hair after you shampoo your hair unless you want brittle, unmanageable hair. Deep conditioning is very important because it replenishes deep moisture, it strengthens your hair strands, and it maintains elasticity and also reduces breakage. So I usually deep condition every wash day actually. So I usually wash my hair every 1 to 2 weeks and I make sure to deep condition my hair. The only time I would use regular conditioner is when I'm having my menstruation cycle. That's when I use conditioner, because when I deep condition, I have to actually make a lot of trips in and out of the shower. When I shampoo my hair, I usually do a herbal tea rinse and then rinse that and then add a deep conditioner and then step out of the shower, sit under a heat cap and deep condition for 20 to 30 minutes. I usually just condition my hair during my period cycle and just leave that on my hair for 5 minutes. If you don't deep condition every wash day, try to do it every 2 weeks. Also, whenever you condition or deep condition, use water. Make sure your hair is not dry. Those products will not be able to work properly. Water actually activates the conditioner. You can have conditioner on your scalp if the conditioner is lightweight. In situations like where your hair feels tight or flaky or dry, you can use a light hydrating conditioner and make sure to rinse that out properly. If you're deep conditioning, your conditioner should definitely stay on your hair, not on your scalp, especially if you have oily scalp, build-up issues, itchiness, dandruff, or even conditions like seborrheic dermatitis, because conditioners can sit on your scalp and cause buildup. It can clog pores on your scalp, it can make your dandruff worse, and it can leave your scalp feeling greasy and itchy. Remember, conditioner is designed to smooth your hair, to coat your strands, to reduce friction and tangling, to improve elasticity. And your scalp is skin, so it needs cleansing and balance, not heavy coating. Best practice is to apply conditioner mid-length to the ends of your hair and focus on the oldest and driest parts of your hair, because it's the oldest and the driest. They need more tender, loving care. Instead of even adding conditioner to your scalp, just use a lightweight scalp serum, water-based conditioner. So like a spray, make sure that the first ingredient is water. So you can use sprays rather than using regular conditioners. Use water-based sprays and also aloe vera products because those are very hydrating. When I deep condition, I allow my hair to deep condition in a heat cap. So I bought this heat cap from Amazon, had it for years, and it's amazing. It's such a game changer. And also use a damp warm towel, wrap your hair with a plastic bag, almost like it's like a greenhouse effect, keeping that heat in. You can also use a bonnet blow dryer attachment or even a hooded dryer while your hair is covered. Heat allows the deep conditioner to penetrate past the cuticle. I have high porosity hair and I still use heat. I don't use too much heat, and I don't deep condition longer than 30 minutes. That's the max. I deep condition usually for 20 to 25 minutes because my cuticles are already open, but heat is still very beneficial for those with high porosity hair and most especially those with low porosity hair. When you're looking for a good deep conditioner, make sure it has natural oils like avocado oil, humectants as well, aloe vera, glycerin. Those are very good conditioning properties. I will make a video on the different types of hair ingredients and the good ones and the bad ones. Number 5, do not over oil your scalp. This is a big one. Your scalp already produces sebum. Layering heavy oils can actually clog your scalp pores, feed dandruff, and cause more flakes. Remember, oils do not hydrate your scalp. Their job is to seal in moisture, seal in anything. They can also seal in dryness, so make sure to use them wisely. I'm not saying that you can never oil your scalp. You can, but you don't always have to, and it depends on a lot of things. Oil your scalp depending on your scalp type, not just your hair type. A lot of people with natural hair assume that oiling is necessary. In reality, your hair naturally produces sebum, and the difference between people with natural hair and people with straight hair is that sebum just doesn't travel down in curly hair because of all the bends and the kinks. Whereas people with straight hair, the oil can just travel down simply. That does not mean that our scalp does not produce sebum. It just stays on the roots of our hair. So you don't have to always oil your scalp. The goal is to have balance, not overload. If your scalp is dry, has small ashy flakes, and it's not producing enough oils, or your scalp feels irritated from the dryness, in that case, then you have to use a small amount of oil because that can add more comfort and that can seal in moisture. Obviously, before adding the oil, make sure you spray a bit of hydrating conditioner on your hair, like leave-in conditioner. Avoid oiling your scalp if you have oily scalp already. What's the point? And if you also have itchy scalp from buildup, if you have dandruff, flakes and itchiness, and if you have conditions like seborrheic dermatitis, because oil feeds the yeast linked to dandruff, it traps dirt and buildup and it makes your scalp worse. Oiling your hair does not equal moisture. Oils does not hydrate, they seal in moisture. So if your scalp is dry, you need a water-based hydration first and then oil your hair. I keep saying hair, I mean scalp, because oiling your hair is fine because, like I said, people with curly hair, the sebum doesn't travel down, so that's why we need to oil the hair. But the scalp, you don't have to oil it if you don't need to. But if you have to oil it, this is how to oil your scalp properly. Use a lightweight oil, not heavy or greasy ones, never butters on your hair. Use a lightweight oil. Apply small amounts directly to your scalp and massage it gently. Do not layer the oil daily because that can cause buildup. A little can go a long way, and you can oil it every 1 to 2 times per week, or if needed, just based on how your scalp feels. But just don't do it every day. If your hair just feels dry or itchy, just try hydrating scalp sprays, aloe vera based products, and lightweight serums. This is what I've been using actually. Pop it up here. But these are my favorite, the ones that I use so far. Or even just leave-in conditioner that is lightweight, that doesn't add any buildup or clog your scalp. Also use these oils to oil your scalp, most especially jojoba oil or jojoba oil, however you want to say it, because it's quite similar to your scalp sebum. It's very lightweight, and yeah, I think jojoba oil is the best one to use if you want to oil your scalp. And final tips, keep your scalp balanced. You don't want your scalp to be too dry or too oily. If it's dry, use a lightweight hydration product, so like water-based products. If it's oily or dandruff prone, then keep it clean and avoid buildup by washing it. Make sure you pay attention to the itchiness. That is a signal your hair is telling you it needs cleansing. Your scalp telling you something is off, so don't ignore it and figure out if it's either dryness, buildup or dandruff. Also use targeted treatments when you need it. So if you suspect dandruff, don't just guess. Use products that are designed to treat it because oils alone do not fix it. If you're going to add moisture to your hair, so like a water-based product, and then oil your hair with a lightweight oil, then you can do some scalp massaging techniques. So for example, using your fingertips to just circle on your scalp, so like that, You can perform this massage on dry hair or with a few drops of your favorite essential oil such as rosemary or peppermint or tea tree oil, and that has to be mixed with a carrier oil such as sweet almond oil or jojoba oil. And use the pads of your fingers, not your nose, because you don't want to scratch your scalp. Starting from the front of your scalp, gently massage your fingertips into your scalp and move it in small circular motions, applying light to moderate pressure, and then work your way from the front of the scalp to the back, making sure that you cover your entire scalp. Don't leave any part out, okay? If you want, you can also focus on areas that you feel tense or where you experience hair thinning, so like your edges. Scalp massaging is so important because it improves blood circulation to your hair follicles, it helps relaxes your scalp and reduces stress, it enhances the absorption of any treatments you apply to your scalp. You can massage your scalp for 5 minutes. 2 to 5 minutes on each area is fine, and do this before bed. Also be consistent. If you made it this far, I'm going to tell you some bonus tips on how to cleanse your scalp without actually washing your hair. So like I said before, this is about refreshing your scalp. It's not replacing the proper wash day. Do not avoid wash days, but if you have moments where you can't actually wash your hair or you want to maintain the freshness of your braids, think of this as a mini reset. So number 1 is a scalp cleansing spray. This is the easiest and most effective method. So what you do is use a water-based scalp spray, apply it to your scalp and gently massage it with your fingertips or a scalp massager, and then wipe any residue with a cotton pad or towel. The best thing to use is a microfiber towel because cotton pads can often leave some lint. An idea would be using water, aloe vera juice and a few drops of tea tree oil. Tea tree oil has really good antifungal properties and that helps with itchy scalps. It also breaks down any light buildup and refreshes your scalp without soaking your hair. Another tip is to use micellar water or a light cleanser. So again, this is skincare, it's not just hair care. Your scalp is skin. So what you do is apply some micellar water to a microfiber cotton pad and you just dab it on your scalp parts and focus on like the itchy and oily areas. This is perfect if you have braids or even dreadlocks and any other protective styles. It's like it lifts off the makeup from your skin or any dirt and grime. It does the same on your scalp without having to rinse it. Another method is using witch hazel. So witch hazel is really good. I use it for my skin. Actually, it's a good toner and it helps with spots, but it's also great for if your scalp is oily and itchy. Apply witch hazel to a microfiber cotton pad and then let it air dry. You actually don't have to rinse it. That helps with reducing oil, soothing any irritation, and also helps with mild dandruff. If your scalp just needs a light refresh, then you can use a warm damp towel, gently wipe along your scalp parts and then follow with a light scalp mist if you need that, and that removes sweat, light dirt and surface buildup. Remember to not rely on these methods forever. You still need to have proper wash days. These are when you just can't wash your hair and you just need a refresh without ruining your style, especially if you have braids or stretched natural hair. So like if you have a silk press, remember to also follow with a lightweight sebum, scalp sebum, if you do want any of these methods, because you need to keep your scalp balanced, not dry and not oily. And if you have dandruff and seborrheic dermatitis and other scalp conditions, this method will only temporarily relieve the symptoms, but it will not treat the root cause. So you need proper medicated shampoos and consistent scalp care. I sometimes use this to grease my scalp when I'm coming to my wash day routine. This is actually better if you have natural hair because it's grease and you have more access to your scalp when your hair is in its natural state, so you can easily wash this off. But there's also a spray version, I'll upload a picture, for when you have braids because it's more water based, so that has good anti-dandruff properties for when you want to relieve the symptoms and reduce the itchiness. Even if you follow all these steps and your scalp is constantly itchy, red or inflamed and not improving, that is when it's probably more than just dandruff, and so you need to speak to a professional, go to a dermatologist or a trichologist and sort out your scalp, because your scalp needs proper care that it needs for your hair to grow. Healthy hair starts with a healthy scalp, so don't skip this step. It's so important to cleanse your scalp and make sure that it's in the right condition for healthy hair to grow. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and hit that bell for more notifications for whenever I post. It really helps and supports my channel. Let me know in the comments what your biggest scalp struggle is right now. I might cover it in the next video. Thank you for watching. The next video I'll be making as part of my hair growth series is factors that affect hair growth. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you guys. Bye.